Peppa, George and Grandad Dog are outside the garage. They're waiting for Thomas, Percy and Mavis to come. Peppa says, "Hey Thomas." Thomas says, "Hey guys." Peppa says, "Oh Thomas, I'd love to sit on top of you, go for a ride. Oh, but I keep falling off. What can we do?" George would like to go on number 6, Percy. Peppa says to Grandad Dog, "Grandad Dog, what can we do?" So Grandad Dog has a think of a way to be able to sit on top of the trains. Grandad Dog says, "Hey guys, I've got a cool idea." So Grandad Dog goes off to get some Play-Doh. Peppa says, "What are we going to use Play-Doh for, Grandad?" Grandad Dog says, "I got the Play-Doh. Here I come." So the idea is, guys, Grandad Dog says, we're going to put the Play-Doh on top of the trains. So then we can all sit on top of each train and go for a ride together. So with a helping hand, we place the Play-Doh on top of the trains, making a seat for Peppa, George and Grandad Dog. George says, "I want the pink one, that's on Percy." Grandad Dog says, "That's fine, you can sit wherever you like, George." So Peppa sits on top of number 1, Thomas. "Wow, this is really cool," Peppa says. "George, jump on." So George jumps on Percy, and then Grandad Dog says, "Oh guys, shall I get on Mavis as well?" Peppa says, "Yeah, jump on, Grandad." So Grandad Dog sits on top of Mavis. "How fun is this?" Grandad Dog says. Just a little cool idea on how to sit on top of Thomas, Percy and Mavis. So Peppa, George and Grandad Dog found a way to sit on the trains. "Don't forget to subscribe," says Peppa. Thanks for watching. Peppa Pig and Grandad Dog are waiting around the garage for a special customer to come in. So Peppa asks Grandad Dog, "Grandad, who's the special customer we're expecting today?" Grandad Dog says, "Well, it's Postman Pat. He's been a special customer for years, and he rang me up earlier and he said he was on one of his deliveries and he hit a puddle and he needs to come round to have his van cleaned." So Peppa and Grandad Dog wait. Peppa sees, "Oh, there he is." Peppa spotted Postman Pat. And Grandad Dog says, "Oh, there he is too. I can see him as well." So Postman Pat drives over to the garage and says, "Hey guys." Postman Pat says, Grandad Dog says, "Wow, this is really dirty, Postman Pat. You must have hit a big puddle." Postman Pat said, "Yeah, it was pretty big. I didn't see it. It was deeper than I thought." "So who's going to clean the van?" Peppa says. Oh, Grandad Dog slipped, but he's okay. So Grandad Dog tells Peppa to clean the van. And Peppa says, "Oh, I'd love to clean the van." So Peppa comes over and sees how dirty it is and says, "Wow, this is really dirty, Postman Pat. You've done a great job." So Peppa brushes the van down to get rid of all the mud that's come from the puddle that Postman Pat has gone into. Slowly and steadily, He brushes the van down. It's getting cleaner, he says. Wow, that's all the mud gone, Peppa said. So you're just moving the mud away from the van. I think it's time to hose it down, Grandad Dog said. So Peppa goes over to get the hose pipe. And he continues to hose the van down and said, "Wow, Postman Pat, this is looking super clean now," said Peppa Pig. "It's looking really good." Postman Pat said, "Yeah, you're doing a great job, Peppa." So Peppa stands back and admires the work that he's done today. Grandad Dog comes over and says, "Wow, Peppa, you did a really good job this time. Well done." So Peppa's really happy he did a great job. So Grandad Dog goes over and says, "There we go, Postman Pat, all done now." Postman Pat said, "Great, I can go on my special delivery run again with a nice clean van." So Peppa watches the Postman Pat go. "Great job," Grandad Dog says. "Just waiting for our next customer now." Don't forget to subscribe. Hide and Seek with George. Grandad Dog and Peppa Pig can't seem to find George. And Grandad Dog says to Peppa Pig, "Peppa, have you seen George anywhere today?" Peppa says, "Oh, I seen him earlier." And Grandad Dog says, "I bet that little rascal is hiding again. Should we try to find him?" Peppa says, "Yeah, he loves hiding, George does. He's always trying to hide from us." So Grandad Dog looks behind the fuel to see if he's there. Grandad Dog says, "He's not there, Peppa. Where else could he be?" "He could be in one of the jail cells," Peppa says, "but I'll check behind here first." So Peppa looks and checks on the left-hand side to see if he's there. This is a scary place, Gotham City. There could be some evil people here. So we'll check inside the cells, Grandad Dog says. So opening the cells, Grandad Dog looks in each cell to see if he can see George in one of the cells. Grandad Dog says, "No, he's not here." So he closes the cell doors after him. And he says, "Peppa, where else could George be? I bet he's behind these two doors. It seems obvious, but Peppa just likes to tease us." "Oh, there he is, Grandad. Oh, there he is, look. Grandad, he's there." "Oh, Peppa." George says, "Wow, guys, you found me pretty quick this time." So George comes out and says, "Didn't catch me that easy today. You looked everywhere but the doors at first," George says. So Grandad Dog says, "Peppa, you are a little rascal sometimes. You're always hiding from us, but we always find you." And George says, "Oh no! Grandad Dog fell on George." Peppa says, George, are you okay?" George says, "I'm fine. That was pretty funny," he says. So Grandad Dog and Peppa found George in the end. George will keep hiding from him, no doubt. Thanks for watching. The special delivery. Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig are admiring their new fire truck. Peppa says, "Hey, Fireman Sam, you've got a really nice new fire engine." Fireman Sam says, "Yeah, I know, I just picked it up this morning. Thanks for coming round to see it, Peppa." So Fireman Sam is expecting a special delivery today. Peppa says, "What is it?" "Oh no, I think that's it now," Peppa says. So the special delivery is delivered by Postman Pat. Wow, Peppa says, "I haven't seen Postman Pat for a long time now." Postman Pat's got his black and white cat. So his black and white cat gets out, jumps on top of the bonnet, so Postman Pat jumps out of the van to come and say hi. So Postman Pat says, "Hey, Fireman Sam, Peppa, I've got your special delivery here. I've had to put her on top of the roof because it's such a big parcel," says Postman Pat. So Postman Pat goes to get the special delivery for Fireman Sam. Postman Pat says, "Wow, this is very heavy, Fireman Sam." He says, "What's in it?" Postman Pat says. Fireman Sam says, "Oh, it's a secret." Peppa says, "What's in it?" "Come on, Fireman Sam, let me open it. Let me see what's inside." So Fireman Sam says, "Go on then, Peppa. You can open it for me." So Peppa's really excited to see what's inside the special delivery. So with a helping hand, Peppa finally opens the special delivery. And Peppa says, "Wow! Look, look! It's Percy from Thomas and Friends." Peppa Pig is really excited to see Percy today. So Fireman Sam says, "Yes, for my new collection, I'm collecting Thomas and Friends figures to go on my office wall." So Peppa Pig was really happy to see Percy. The black and white cat, Fireman Sam and Peppa all admire the Thomas and Friends figure.